Welcome back to the channel, everybody. River and I are on our way up to the land, and we thought we'd stop and have a little pit stop. It's a little windy here today, so it's kind of quiet. There's a good chance to let him out and stretch his legs a little bit. Well, no trees fell on it. That's a relief. They had some pretty big storms up here. Well, every time I open this door, for some reason, I'm just nervous about what I'm going to find. But everything looks okay. It smells a little musty in here. Let's get the windows opened up, get some air circulating. Guess who stopped at the Amish store on the way here? Yeah, I bet you're gonna like that, huh? Got some fresh bread and nice rhubarb pie. It's pretty late tonight. It's probably 7:30. I didn't get up here to the land until just a little bit ago, and now it's starting to get dark already early in the evening. By 8:30 it's going to be dark, so I got a bunch of stuff I want to try to do. So I'm just going to have a real quick dinner tonight. Up on the menu tonight is pork chop sandwiches with pineapple and barbecue sauce. Pork chop sandwiches with barbecue and pineapple. Catch you in a bit.
Various efforts that the Urban League, the NAACP, black newspapers such as the Chicago Defender and the Pittsburgh Courier, there'd be cleanup events for neighborhoods as well as tips on.
Well, I'm not sure if you guys can see me or not, but I'm trying to take some night pictures of the camp. I'm going to show you on the camera what it looks like. And you probably can't see the stars through my GoPro just because it's not very good quality, but well, good morning, everybody. I ended up sleeping in the van last night because that's where River prefers to sleep. And it was really cold. If I would have slept in the shack, I would have started a fire. What are you doing, River Dog? It is so dry and dusty, I barely had to mow. Well, what's the matter, River? What'd you hear? Did you hear a squirrel? Good morning, everybody. I've just been mowing a little bit. It didn't take much. It's been so dry that the grass really didn't grow much since I've been up a couple weeks ago. So a couple projects that we're not going to get done this weekend is I'm going to take down this dead tree that I've been worried about. This one should not be a problem. It's leaning the right way. But I'm also going to take down this dead one on the back side of the van. I am worried about that one because it is leaning towards the outhouse, but we're going to see what we can do with some wedges and hopefully we'll be all right. Once we don't finish that, we're going to go ahead and put that final composite board on the deck, and then we're going to start framing in the porch. And overwhelmingly, everybody who commented said do a covered porch, so that is the plan. That's what I wanted to do, and it was nice to just have the confirmation of everybody agreeing, just so I know that I was on the right path and I wouldn't regret it. So sorry girls, you lost this one. the shack is getting a porch. All right, we'll see you in a bit. Alright, there's one. Yeah. Look at that. That wasn't good. Well, there's one down, and that's a junk tree. I ain't gonna be able to do anything with that. That was a horrible cut, by the way, too. But it's been a while since I felled a tree. I'm a little out of practice, although it did go exactly where I want it to go, so I'm happy about that. But all right, so one of the projects I'm not going to get finished this weekend is, for those of you who've watched the channel for a while, you know that on this last board, my deck frame bowed out so that the corners ended up not being square. So I was able to get the final board, and here's what I'm kind of thinking. I'm just about an inch short on each end, and then it's high in the center where it bowed. My plan is to just put a 12-foot 4x4 in there. The problem is I don't have a 12-foot 4x4, so I'm going to have to go to town, which is going to waste a couple hours. So maybe I'll do a couple other things in the meantime and save that for later in the day. Why are they so hard to get out? Where are my gloves? Where are my gloves? I think it's going to be time for old River Dog and I to go for a swim pretty soon. You know, a lot of you guys told me that this composite decking really absorbs the sun and really heats up. And oh my gosh, working on it, now it's probably 90 degrees. But between the heat from the deck and the sun, it's ridiculously hot. So River and I, he's dying in the van. We're going to go down the road and go swim. So no wonder I never get any projects accomplished, but I'm about ready to have heat stroke. So it's time to go cool down. Do you agree? All right, let's go swim. Okay, so I know we were talking about this last board early this morning, but what I found out is when I went to finish that off, I was reminded that I needed to secure these posts in, which means they needed to be square and they needed to be cut to size for the ridge cap and the upper supports. So finally, even though I started that project this morning, hopefully I can now finish it this evening, and that will clean up that edge very nicely. So let's get on that. Put on and squared up. Doesn't look too shabby. From the front, from the ends it looks a little sketchy, but I'm gonna have to put a trim board over it, so it'll look decent. Did you kill it? Good morning. Looks like it's going to be a warm one today. They're predicting that it was going to be warmer than yesterday even. Not a cloud in the sky. Well, why is it that plans never work out? I am so close to the roof edge here that I'm worried I'm not going to be able to get sheathing and tin underneath it. So I had to cut my rafters a little bit short instead of making them flush so that I can get around that. Since I decided not to use the ridge beam, I need to go and get I need to get, I don't even know what you call them, the plates to put the tie the rafters together. So I'm gonna go get some of the steel mesh plates and figure out how I'm gonna tie those together and then make sure I have enough support. But of course, going into town is gonna burn a couple hours. So maybe I'll grab some lunch or something at the same time and kill two birds with one stone. Buddy, thanks for tuning in and watching. I know there are lots and lots of channels for you to choose from to watch. And if you made it this far in the video, well, I really appreciate it. I'm glad that you stuck around. So I've got everything packed up. I'm calling it for the day. It is so hot, it's just ridiculous. And one of the commenters, I don't remember who it was, mentioned about how this composite decking absorbs the heat. Holy smokes, working out here in the bare sun is just horrendous. So definitely it does hold the heat. So I got 3 of the 5 trusses up, and I ran out of boards, which I knew I would. I cherry picked the good stuff at the orange box store, and everything else was really bowed, so I knew I probably was going to be short, which is to be expected. But it was nice that the girls got to come up and hang out for a little bit. Got to spend some time with family before Anika goes off to college and doesn't hardly come home anymore. All right, well, I'm going to sign off, head for home. We'll catch you guys later. Thanks again for tuning in. Okay. Ready? Well, River and I decided to take a little break. What a difference from the way there to the way back. Just a beautiful, calm day today. So I thought I'd let River cool off and swim and have a little break for a bit. And wind in their hair, eh?